Okay guys, so this is the Australia trip that I've just been on. It's mainly pictures from the trip, but yeah. So hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe. So we flew from England to Singapore, which was 13 hours. And then we went from Singapore to Sydney, Australia, which is 6 to 7 hours. And then we spent 5 days in Sydney, did the Harbour Bridge and looked at Sydney Opera House and things like that. And then we flew to Port Macquarie and we spent 9 days there. And then we flew to Cairns, which was lots of delays and with airplanes and things. So that's further on in the video. And then we went from Cairns to Singapore for 2 nights and then Singapore to England, which I'm here now editing this video. I decided most mornings that I'd take a lot of selfies because I got really bored. So in Port Macquarie, there's this thing called the Hello Koala Trail where these like sculptures that people have made and there's like information about them. And you basically go on a hunt and try to find all of them. I think there's like 81 or something. So around the area we were in, if we saw them, we put them on the piece of paper and like tick them off. So we found quite a few. They're like sort of China statues, if you get what I mean. And they're like on these wooden things and they've all got different names. I think my favourite one has to be the lifeguard one. It was next to McDonald's as well. And yeah. So we spoke to a lady in this glass house place and she actually said her daughter made one of them. I think the one her daughter said she made was Froggy, I think it's called. I'm not too sure, but yeah, that's really cool to speak to someone that's daughter's made one. We didn't actually get to see Froggy because it was like not near where we were staying. My knees were literally in agony after this surfing lesson. It was like 2 hours, but I think he went over a little bit because we had one 4 years ago, which I didn't because I was too scared to. But it was really good fun, apart from you think you go deep enough because the waves are like really big, but then when actually they go out, you're not that deep. So then when you go in with a good wave, you like hurt your knees on the sand. So there was like loads of talks at Billabong Zoo throughout the day. There's like a koala one, a tree kangaroo, different things like that. And we went to most of them, but unfortunately on this day, it was raining. It was like fine in the morning, and then during the tree kangaroo talk, it was like started raining. But luckily we had our coats in the car. So we ended up wearing them. And yeah, here are some cute pictures of animals. Okay, so here it's actually quite hard to see what it says, but it says Hakuna Matata from The Lion King, and I thought it's really cool. So when we came 4 years ago, this crocodile used to do shows and things like tricks, but unfortunately his tail got an infection in, so they had to stop it for a little while. Apparently they had to do operation on his tail, and the operation was like 6 hours or something. You probably don't actually know, but I have an obsession over caravans and camper vans. I just love them so much and I don't know why. So this is an acai bowl. I don't know how to pronounce it. Other people pronounce it differently. But like they have them in England, but they're not as good. It's kind of like smoothie thing and it's granola, but it's frozen. And then you have to defrost it, of course. I found them in England when I got home, but the England ones are not as good. They're just like yogurt and granola. But yeah. So I found this break wall quite interesting because I can't believe so many people have done such good artworks. So here we were actually walking home from the park and I took a picture of this view because I thought it was lovely. And then I think this is from Sydney, I'm not too sure. And there's such beautiful sunsets. Okay, so this is where everything kind of went wrong. We got to the airport early for our domestic flight, not much luggage. And then there was the delay. And then it was only by like 20 minutes and then it just kept delayed and delayed and delayed. So then that would mean we'd miss our flight from Brisbane to Cairns at like an early time. So then we had to get a later one in Brisbane to Cairns, which meant we got there like very, very late at like midnight or something. So yeah, we're very late. Okay, so scrumptious. Says very hard. Says scrumptious new there. Yeah. Then cutlery. It's zucchini and corn fritters. It's not very good. So I just had this magnetic phone charger thing. It's like a MagSafe charger, and then it was on this my brother's and it's like flashing but it's square and the bottom of my screen here. My phone. Yeah, and it was like didn't look right. The phone is so addicted. Yeah. So yeah, I had just so I'm just scared to use the charger now. I just wanted to say in the last few clips, sorry if you couldn't hear me on the aeroplane because it's very noisy on them aeroplanes. Just, I'm hoping you heard me. So in the next clip, there's ice cream, free taste of ice cream. I think the flavours were passion fruit, drag fruit, coconut, and something else, which I'm not too sure on, but they weren't very nice. I actually thought I took more photos than I did, but a lot of them got my siblings in and family, so I don't really want to put them all over YouTube if that's fine. But yeah. I don't know if any of you know, but Singapore actually have quite strict rules, which I think is fair. We didn't actually go to Universal Studios, we just went like the outside of it. Tickets were very expensive.